Okay, hello. In this video, we're going to show you how to assemble the champagne wall from start to finish and then back to setting it back down for storage. So let's get started. So first thing you're going to do is start with your wall. Very important to also have two people do this. You don't need any tools to assemble this wall, but I would recommend a ladder, just like a step ladder, just in case. So let's just get started quickly. Okay, then you're going to place it down. And then before you open it, you're going to verify where the legs are. Okay, the legs are on this side. That's fine. We're going to fold this part up. Okay, then straight up. Then you're going to fold this down. Sometimes the pieces don't line up 100%. So just make sure that these things are a little bit lined up. Sometimes you just need to finesse it a little bit.
Sometimes it won't be lined up here, so you can just squeeze the wall so it's straight and the panel will slide down
Exactly.
easily.
Nice.
And then these legs
Cool.
just flip out.
Yep. Now one person will hold them. We'll hold the wall and one person will grab the sandbags. It's very important to not throw the sandbags, as tempting it may be. They can rip open and then you have a bunch of sand everywhere. So treat them with care like you would with anything here. So you might notice on this side of the wall, so you have your hinges, which everything is based on, which is hanging on, but also you'll notice these black felts. This is where your shelves are going to be going. And that's where your cable goes.
The black felt is used so that when you have the wall without the champagne shelves, it could just be a grass wall without having light shining through.
So now we're going to grab the second wall. Now we're going to push it towards, make sure the latches are not in the way.
Now that the wall's lined up, we're going to start with the bottom one. Hook it on, push it together, try to hold them together so the wall lines up, then take it all the way to the top and lock that into place. Make sure these are at 90, and you can grab the other sandbags.
So we're going to have 10 of these shelves, 5 per wall. Each of them holds 9 champagne glasses, and it just slides into here and down into here. These handles on the back here are actually your lock-ins for the wall. There is a good side and a bad side. So each piece of plywood always comes with a good usable side, and the other side is a bit more rough. So that's up to you which side you prefer. This one usually has more spots, but depending on what you want to use, they're both usable. But you have this, and then you have this side.
It's important that you pull the grass outwards because it'll get caught in the shelf when you try to push it through. Sometimes when you try to put the lock in, you'll see that it won't fit between these two spaces. All you do is just push the shelf over this way and the lock will just slide right in.
When you have your LED sign up here, you're going to have to find this hole here. It's covered up by a black felt on the back, but you're going to basically take both of your wires. You're going to take the front of it and you're going to poke it through the back here. Then we're going to grab our bolts. There's a little rubber washer here. And my recommendation is to bolt the one at the top in the middle and the highest point. That way your friend doesn't have to hold the sign the entire time. And it's important just to be finger tight. You don't want to, you don't need to use tools or pliers or anything like that. You just want to kind of get a couple threads in there until it's resistance, and then you're okay. Then we can go at the bottom here.
Once you've screwed in all your anchor points, you're going to hide the black wire by pulling away the grass and pushing the wire against the wall. Don't worry about seeing it for now because you can fluff the grass up to make it hide the cable better. You just want to try to push it as far back as you can. Then you squeeze this together like that. Look at where to go.
After you have your shelves installed, this is where the champagne glasses go on. You just fill them up and put them on here, and they'll rest on the circle part here, and they're evenly spaced perfectly.
Here's how you plug in your neon sign. Take the cable that was pushed through, put it into the power adapter, and then plug the power adapter into power. And then you just push this button right here.
3, 2, 1. Every LED sign comes with a remote. Depending on which color variations you get, you have different options. This one here, you can change the brightness. So I'll show you the lowest it can go. This is during daylight. And it's also important to face the controller or the remote towards the back. That's where the receiver is. And then this is as bright as it gets during the day. Okay. And then we have different modes here. So this is just standard. And it just goes into crazy modes. And then fade in and out. And then you just cycle back to just the standard one. And that's it. Okay, so now you've used your wall for all of your fun uses. The first thing to do is to turn off the LED sign. All right, let's disassemble everything. We'll show you how to put everything back together.
Like the opposite, first you unplug it from your power source. Then you take out the power adapter, set it aside, and hopefully you have a friend helping you pull the cables through the hole.
Now you can start unbolting the bolts. Again, if you have like a step ladder or anything like that, you can use it. So after you take off all of your bolts, you're going to package the sign that it came with bubble wrap in a cardboard box. So we're going to be removing the shelves, just basically reversing the order. So I'm going to, in the front here, I'm going to hold on to the shelf. Andrew here is going to be removing the locks one at a time.
So now we're just going to separate the walls before we fold them up. So first you just unlatch the first top, then you unlatch the second. Make sure your partner's holding the one side as you take off the sandbags.
So I'm going to hold it here. Andrew's going to place the sandbags gently. Now we can fold the legs in. Remember just to do them at the same time. All right, then we're going to pull this up. Now fold down. So when placing this down, you want to make sure that these parts are sticking up. You don't want to crush it. If you're placing something on top, just place it straight down and don't push things aside because you don't want to break them. Okay, next wall. So with the toggles undone, I'm going to hold the front. Andrew's going to take the sandbags. Who needs a gym when you got sandbags?
When you got sandbags.
Bam. Pull up. Okay, now we're going to fold down. All right, then place on top. And that's it.